Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What's going on, everybody? I go by RB. Philly Take with RB. Hope everybody's having a good day. I went to sleep last night very frustrated with the Philadelphia 76ers, but I woke up this morning with a new sense of self and attitude. Like, at this point, it's just like, why am I doing this to myself, you know? Like, it doesn't matter anymore. We know the outcome. We know things are not going to change. So why even care anymore? Why even care? And I went and watched Joel Embiid's, or at least I saw clips of Joel Embiid's post-game press conference. You know, he's saying the drop coverage on the screens are not working. He's saying that it seems too easy and things got to change. I'm glad Joel Embiid is finally speaking up. I hear Kemba Walker, the opposing team's point guard, pretty much openly mocking the philosophy of Brett Brown. Just saying, like, I don't know why they continue to leave me open, and it's just too easy. I have not seen spacing like that. That's pretty much the gist of it. It's just crazy to me. And some of you guys last night, shout out to everyone that was in the post-game stream, you guys told me to go and watch Brett Brown's press conference, and I thought about it, and I'm like, should I even do this to myself? Well, the short answer is I did, and I wasn't going to come on here and talk about this, but I just want to address a few points and react with you guys to some of these points, and just I just want people to see, like, it's crazy how this man is the coach of this team. And look, let me just say before we start this real quick, I personally do not hate Brett Brown the person. I actually think he's a very nice dude. He's a swell dude. He's very nice and respectful, and Brett Brown would be a great, like, author or storyteller or motivational speaker. He's got a great vocabulary to him, and he's always trying to be positive. But it's just amazing that he's the basketball coach of this team after years of tanking. Like, we end up with some of the guys we have, and we lose some of the others. And Brett Brown is still here. Like, he was the process guinea pig. But somehow, some way, and it's not all his fault. I mean, the guy is just being employed. But how has he ended up here still? In terms of Brett Brown, the basketball coach, that is the guy I don't like. The person is fine, but the basketball coach just continually blows my mind, and he believes what he says too.
Brett, you guys seem to have a lot of trouble defending the high pick and roll. Boston had a lot of success. Is that obviously something that you feel that has to be corrected for Game 3?
I think that you have to be smart about it. Like, the obvious answer is to, bring 7'2" out of the paint and bring 7'2" up so that there is some level of pressure. The punishment behind it.
The obvious answer is that you bring 7'2" up so that there is pressure. I mean, do I even have to say anything? Like, it's kind of self-explanatory. Yeah, that is the obvious answer, Brett. But again, like I said last night, he continually tries to outsmart himself because he played with the Spurs and Tim Duncan and coached with Pop. He thinks he has this secret formula figured out, the Krabby Patty formula. But it's more simple than that, Brett. I mean, you just stated what the obvious thing is. I know it. Twitter knows it. Kemba Walker knows it. I mean,
is real, rollers and scrambles and so on. I think that if you look at how many baskets they scored out of the pick and roll as far as threes go, I think Tatum had 3 and I think Kemba had 1. And they are dangerous in a mid-range game. This is true. And I feel like in the second half, Mark, we did do that.
They are dangerous in the mid-range game. They have 4 athletic guards and wings who can pull up from mid-range and knock down any shot. They are dangerous, Brett. And even if you want to start with your drop coverage, I mean, no adjustment, though? Like, is he really that hard-headed where he's just going to stick with it? It's crazy to me, bro. I mean, he's openly saying these things in a press conference in the playoffs. And this is game 2. Wow.
With some success, but it wasn't enough.
Thank you.
Chief Pompey. Right, did you like the effort tonight? It seems like after the first quarter, it just went down a notch.
I think it got deflating when their shot makers went bananas, and I'm not gonna scold their effort. I think that you got to shake their hands to the Celtics on some of the shots. You know, they were half-court bank shots. Cantor hit one, and they really ended up making a lot of shots.
They hit one lucky bank shot from half court, and it was Jason Tatum. Come on, Brett. You can give them credit, but come on, Brett. I mean, we gave up.
There were a few possessions, I think, in the second half that you'd want to have back that I think the effort wasn't at a level that it needed to be.
The effort, there was a few possessions in the second half where the effort wasn't at the level it needed to be. But I will not scold my team. I mean, like we've been saying, fellas, I mean, it's just beating a dead horse on the ground at this point. No accountability and no discipline. None, man. None. And it's crazy because Pop would be the guy to call out his guys if they were doing these things. Man.
You went with Neto as your second guy off the bench. Why did you do that tonight?
We were going to give him just a little clump of minutes. You know, we when you're looking at how we're...
Why did you go with Raul Neto in this game? Oh, we were just going to give him a little clump of minutes. What? He played 9 minutes in the first half. He played before Alec Burks. What does that mean, Brett? That translates to Raul Neto is my long-lost distant nephew. I mean, there's no other explanation.
Substituting, there's a method to the madness, trying to see, you know, when Jason's in the game or Kemba's in the game. And
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to keep pausing. There's a method to the madness. There must be some method I don't know about. I mean, I still will not understand. Everybody knows. Like, really, Brett? Really? You try to outsmart us that bad? You even start Tease in the lineup, which was a heck of a move. And then you go out and put Neto in before Burks. It just doesn't make sense.
When they're not, you come in with different pairings. And, you know, with Raul, we thought we could give him just a quick burst. And we thought he played well. You know, like he came in, he had an assist, he made a shot, had a little bit of spark with the...
He came in and had an assist and a shot. Yeah, Brett. And he also got torched on defense, and we blew a 14-point lead immediately.
Hey, Coach. Tobias has had a really tough night offensively. Do you feel like he just kind of just missed some shots at the rim, or did you think Boston was bothering him? What do you think really was getting to Tobias tonight?
I thought I thought that he was in attack mode in a good way. I think he just didn't finish. And I credit sort of his mentality to get in there. He had 8 free throws. He ended up with, 11 rebounds. It has to start with me. I think that when you look in the locker room, you're going to go to the inevitable people you knew, I would say, and Joel and Tobias and Al. And I think at that point, you know, there are other people that are going to have to come along.
Just to be fair for 1 second, Brett Brown, I will commend him right there for saying it starts with me. As we all know, it does. But I also, like I said last night, I'm not going to go on and on about this. There's no point. But Tobias was absolutely garbage, stealing money from the Sixers. And Al Horford, I mean, wow. Went, 6 points in the first game and then 4? Like, Al, this is your revenge tour. Like, if not only is this a rivalry between the Sixers and Celtics, but this is your old team. Like, you know, I know there's like that feeling of tension, like not outright displayed, but there's that inner feeling of tension. Like, man, I would love to just absolutely wipe these boys. Like Brett said, it comes down to the players, but at the same time, it starts with you. The adjustments are not made. Do the Sixers have the talent to win a game or two in the series? They do. But it's like when the Celtics get rolling and Brad Stevens just sits back and licks his chops. There's really no other things that I can say about this. I mean, I talked about it on the postgame. And it's just some of the bonehead moves is trying to outsmart, himself and other people. It's just not going to work. It's really astonishing to me that a coach of this team can come out and say things like this. And it's like he really believes it. But, man, at the end of the day, it's very disheartening. But at this point, I feel like, you know what? I'm just not going to care. I'm just not going to care. Give me all your thoughts down below. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.